there are a lot of talking points. There is, Jaiswal, there is Shubman Gill, his captaincy, his batting. There is Rishabh Pant coming out to bat with a broken foot. There are all sorts of stories, but what I want to focus on, and let's talk about Mohammad Siraj a little bit more. This man, he has been the spearhead in this test match. He, in fact, when everyone's shoulder, stooped, everyone thought that, oh, this is not our match to be, this is not going to be our victory. Mohammad Siraj, he kept that belief. Mohammad Siraj, with his body language, with his aggression, the way he was interacting with the captain, the way he was showing his anger to Dhruv Jurel, who missed out that one of those run-outs of Chris Woakes. This man is a character, and you need such characters in your team.
Absolutely, Osama. One of the memories that will always remain with me of the series is from yesterday, 4th day of the test match, when Harry Brook and Joe Root were batting. Brook was on 19 and, he hit a ball which landed in the hands of Mohammad Siraj, which ended up becoming a 6, and we know what Harry Brook did in this test match. Siraj, with his palm on his face, standing towards the crowd, and he is apologetic of the fact that his foot touched the rope and that he could not hold on to the ball, because the match turned at that point of time in favor of India. It was a dramatic first session, and then it seemed at that point, when Harry Brook and Joe Root went on to notch up 195-run partnership. After that, catch couldn't be taken, that India had almost lost the match. But then again, the wicket of the wicket of Joe Root last night turned things in favor of India. That, according to me, was the turning point of the game, and much credit to Mohammad Siraj, how he marshalled the bowling troops of the Indian cricket team. On the morning of the 5th day, when we knew that not much cricket would be played, rain was also threatening to come down. The Britishers, the English cricket team had used a heavy roller. Mohammad Siraj let go of the wobble seam. He committed to swing bowling, bowled at 90 miles per hour to get those wickets that he got in the morning, and he consistently beat the bat of the English batters. They were in fact rattled by Mohammad Siraj, as one would say, rattled by both Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna. And even though they were able to play Prasidh time and again, but Mohammad Siraj, they got beaten, and finally it was time for him to celebrate a celebration that couldn't happen a day before, because Mohammad Siraj couldn't hold on to that catch of Harry Brook. Is now happening a day after, and I can tell you that Siraj has refused to let go of that match ball. He still has that match ball on him, and I believe he also picked up one of the stumps. These will be memories for him from the Oval Test, and what we saw is the Indian team taking a lap, and Siraj, a victory lap, and Siraj is soaking up all the adulation that he has from the Indian fans in Oval. It's a Monday, but it's a packed Oval cricket ground. Yes,
it is a packed house. And, Rika, I also we'll talk about the other Indian players and their contribution, but I want to also talk about another bowler, Chris Woakes, the English bowler, the kind of heart that it takes to come out to bat when you know that your team needs you, your country needs you. One hand in that sling, holding on to the bat in the other, although he did not get to bat, but the kind of heart that he has shown, you have to give credit where it's due.
I have Alanis Morissette singing in my head, one hand in my pocket. It was not one hand in my pocket. Chris Woakes would have been thinking it was one hand in the sling. And I can tell you that, I haven't seen Malcolm Marshall, I haven't seen Colin Cowdray doing similar heroics, but I had seen Anil Kumble bowl with a broken jaw, and here it was Chris Woakes, a heroic effort to have come out with his one hand in the sling, to come out to bat when the penultimate wicket of England went down. It was a magnificent effort. Even though the English team went down by 6 runs, they were very, very, very close. In fact, as Indian fans, we were all on the edge of our seats. We were cheering for every time the ball beat the bat, and we were actually, everyone went silent every time a run was taken. He did hold his ground for a while in the middle till the final wicket was taken. It was all done and dusted, but a heroic effort, as one would say, of Chris Woakes to have come out with one hand in a sling and the hand tucked in a sweater. These are terrific pictures that speak volume about the love of Test cricket, the love that the players have, the love that the fans have. And there have been so much talk about whether Test cricket is going to survive, whether Test cricket played in the usual hours will have that much draw. But when you look at what happened in Oval over the last 5 days, when you look at the last 25 days of Test cricket, there isn't a doubt how much draw it has among the fans. Day in and day out, fans committed their time to these 5 venues that they were played in, and what a magnificent series it has been. None of the Test matches ended in 4 days.
Yeah.
So bang for bucks for the organizers, for the fans, for everyone in the ecosystem. All 25 days of cricket have been played. So many battered bodies during the course of the 5-match series. It is practically war minus shooting. What
Right.
else do you call it? Rishabh Pant getting injured, Bumrah getting injured on a side, Akashdeep picked up an injury, Arshdeep picked up an injury. So many English players were injured. We saw, we saw Chris Woakes coming out with a broken hand. Their captain Ben Stokes couldn't play this Test match. So many battered bodies that happened as a result of this Test series.
Rika, when you go to war, you'll always, more often than not, come out with battle scars. And this is something that these players, they are going to wear as a badge of honor this time.
It's the spirit that lasts in the end. It's the spirit that stood out for Team India. It is the spirit of those 11 men on the field and many around them. It was also the spirited display of Indian fast bowlers led by Mohammad Siraj that finally has India drawing the series at 2-2. It is not winning the series. It is not getting onto the podium. We can't call it a podium finish, but even to achieve that 2-2, it has required magnificent effort and the kind of commitment, the kind of dedication, day in and day out, staying in the zone. If the players did not stay in the zone, if they did not make the kind of compromises that they made, I was hearing an interview of KL Rahul where he talks about his young family, his newly born child, whom he had to leave behind a few days after she was born, and he hasn't really seen that child. So now the father goes back to his daughter, having become the second highest run scorer in the series. So yes, we will keep talking about those fabulous efforts that have been delivered by many of those men out in the middle, and primarily one would say a very young Indian cricket team which did not have the superstars like Virat Kohli, like Rohit Sharma, or even Jasprit Bumrah or Ravi Ashwin.